Ramble.
Thank you to BetterHelp, Caraway Home, Nutrafol, Baze, and DoorDash for sponsoring this episode.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of You Can Sit With Us. I'm one of your hosts, Becky, and I'm joined by Maggie.
Hello.
Matthew.
Hello.
Our little raindrop on the ones and twos.
Hello.
And today we have a very special guest back with us in the studio, Miss Sarah Bonsignore.
Hello. So happy to be here.
Yes. Welcome back.
Last time we saw you, there was a baby inside of you.
Yeah, there's a big baby inside me. He's out.
Yeah, in the world.
He's out. He's come out.
He's taking the world by
out.
storm.
Love.
Yeah, and
How's he doing? How are you feeling?
I'm so tired.
Still.
It's like a whirlwind. I know, it's all I talk about. It's like, how are you? It's like, I'm tired. I'm tired. But
I'm not.
yeah, it's harder than I thought. I thought it was just gonna be blissful in linens. I don't know.
Beautiful. Beautiful image. Yeah.
Beautiful image, I thought I would bounce back immediately. I was promised the pounds would melt. They have not. But no, he is. They make him adorable for a reason.
Yeah, he's super cute.
He's very cute.
He's
very cute. And this morning,
Tall.
he's so tall.
He's so tall.
Yeah,
Shocker.
yeah, I know, but he's like really tall. He's there. It's like I look next to the other babies. I'm like, oh boy. But yeah, it's so different. And then you're like, oh my God, this I'm so responsible for this person.
You are very responsible.
Yes, yeah.
Legally responsible.
Legally, you're very responsible.
Oh my God. And I'm like, I'm too young for this.
I'm a young lady barely in my 20s.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Aw.
But I will say it brings you so close to your partner.
Really?
Oh, yeah, because you're like, we're in this together, you and me.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Because
do like watching the podcast, Miles Perfect Person podcast, when you were on to talk about right after he was born.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just, you could see how supportive Miles was. It was just very palpable.
you have to be.
Yeah.
He does. We call it shifts. Like yesterday, we were like, morning shift. All right, I'll take the shift after. It's like work. Miles does closing ceremony.
What does that look like?
We have opening ceremony and closing ceremony because he's working a lot right now. He does opening and closing ceremonies, which is waking up and putting to bed.
Oh.
But there's a baby massage
Olympic
involved.
torch.
Yeah.
All of it. Yeah.
yes.
Baby
yes.
massage.
Baby massage.
The parade.
Yeah. Miles asked me yesterday what our book budget was because I have every book in there. I'm like,
Oh my God, stop.
Book budget.
He's like, what's the book budget? I'm like, I'm so bored of all the books. I had to get more for me. Like, I can't read that.
The same book over.
Yeah,
and
Cloudy
over
with a
and
Chance of
over and
Meatballs so many times.
It's a good book.
It is a great, that one's his favorite.
Yeah.
It's for people that listen, you can't see this, but when he reads right now, he's 4 months and he goes like this.
He gets so into it.
Yeah, he's like
excited.
looking. Yeah, he's
It's
like,
raining
Excited.
meatballs.
yeah, exactly.
The imagination goes wild.
Yeah.
Right.
Or something like some doctor's gonna be like, actually, he's just something boring,
Well, Sarah, we didn't bring you here to talk about being a mom.
No.
You are so many more things than being a mom.
Thank you.
And one of those things,
It's a party girl.
party girl.
Hostess with
You
the
like to
mostest.
partay.
Thank you so much. I think, I partied a lot.
You even threw a baby rager.
I threw a baby rager.
Instead of a baby shower, there was a party at the nighttime.
That's a party. You gotta I'm a night person. So I'm not a morning person. So people that are like always at a party and they're like, I have to go, which I guess no, it's me, because I have to get up early. I'm like,
Can't really.
why?
Don't leave.
Yeah, don't leave, stay. Yeah, that could be a bumper sticker. No, I love the nighttime and I hate the morning time. So of course I love to party.
We love that journey. Do you remember the best party you've ever been to?
I threw. No, there's some chic party. Okay, when I was in high school, There's something that like I went to like the crappiest parties in college when I was in high school, but for me, they felt like it was celebrities. You know what I mean? It was some like dump party. It was disgusting, but because they were like in college, I felt like
cool.
it was like the Globes, you know? Like I was like, oh my God, it was so disgusting. And I liked it when the more packed, the better, you know, which I'm sure some people would be like, get me away from that.
These days.
Yeah. But for my 25th, I threw this crazy party in, I lived in Venice Beach in these like cottages. Beautiful. And put it on a credit card.
My choices.
And we just like, I don't know what it was, but we had like, I had every guy that was pursuing me at the time come and put lights up. I didn't mean to have them come at all at the same time, but they
Competition.
did.
They gotta see the competition.
Put up the best.
I kind of put it out there, like, could someone come up with, help me put up the lights? And they all showed up. And I'm like, okay.
Sarah Sutas.
Yeah, Mark, you go on the left.
Wait, did they talk to one another? Did they figure it out? Doesn't matter.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't hear.
You had other things on your mind.
Yeah.
You're planning a party.
I was trying to, but that's exactly right. It was too busy. You know? It was too busy to like, you know, look at who was setting up the party. But
Right.
I am so inspired by that. I actually need to throw a party right now.
invite them all, have them
all my like
chat.
high school crushes.
Yeah. Although I worked one place and there's these two guys I hooked up with, and they were like, okay, I worked at this like network, and they were like in a tiny room, like I don't know what it'd be called, like turning things into CDs. I don't know, the AV room, but
Turning things into CDs.
DVDs,
Recording.
Burning?
sort of, but like at a fancy network, and they really were like in a room, like the smallest room together, and somehow I hooked up with both of them. And I remember being like, they're not gonna talk to each other. I was like, I don't think they're going to talk to each other. To this day, I don't know. But
So they didn't come to the party.
this was
So you hooked up with them
this
same
was
night?
This was after the party.
Same night?
No, not same night.
Okay.
Margaret,
I don't know.
what are you
It was college.
No. This was in college. This was years later. But have I hooked up with some? I made out with two people at the same night. Right?
Oh, who hasn't?
Yeah. Yeah. But not like, yeah. But yeah, no.
But you didn't know
So back-
who
I
the
didn't-
first
So
person
back to your
was.
epic party.
Back to my party.
anyway,
I
What
got
made it
sidetracked.
so
Back
good? What made it so good?
You know, one, it was like, I'm telling you, there's certain things I did. Lighting is everything.
Lighting
we all know
is
that.
everything.
Oh, yep.
So you have
Set
to have the
mood,
garden
the
lights.
ambiance.
Yeah, you got to have the garden lights. Two, I'm sorry, but you have to have food.
Food is
You
important.
have to feed people.
Like if I'm going
Yeah,
up
if you
and
want
there's some
people to stick
chips.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and look, it's annoying. I put it on a card. It's expensive, but okay.
You go to Costco.
You don't throw a party to save money.
No, exactly. But I can't.
a lot of quotes here. Put it on a credit card. You don't throw a party to save money.
This is all bad advice.
These are bumper stickers.
If I go to a party, I'm starving. Okay, I'm a snacker at a party, and I'm not like I'm an eater and a drinker, not just a drinker.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I need the snack
A
section.
lot of needs. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of needs, and there was like lots of food, right? And then another thing I did is this is a hot tip. Okay,
Tip one.
my friend who's a florist would kill me because if you're a florist, this is beneath you. But I would go to the farmer's market downtown on Saturday. I got a speeding ticket that morning. My 98 Beamer that eventually would die. But once you get into the market, it's where all the florists kind of get their.
Yeah.
And I spent like $100 and I got a crap load of flowers. And then I went back, and then you have to have a lot of workers. I lived with 3 boys and a girl at the
Have to have
time.
a lot of workers.
You gotta have a lot of workers.
A lot of people to tell them what to do.
Yeah,
It's
a lot of
outsourced.
suitors.
I'm a delegator.
Don't do it yourself.
I'm a delegator. You can't do it yourself, you know? And then we just had a bunch of vases. And I'm sure if you're a florist, you're like, that was not the way. But if you put flowers everywhere, it looks like a wedding. Another tip.
Tip
Don't
two.
tip 2. Don't get blacked out on your own party.
Yeah.
Okay, because I did. And it was my 25th. I never had
It
gotten
was also
blacked
your
out.
birthday. That's harder.
It was my birthday, but you still shouldn't. All I remember is talking to this like really high-powered agent or whatever, and all I remember doing is I don't drink that often because one, I puke a lot, and but another thing is you get very cocky, and I just remember looking at him. I still have this memory, like when like the hole is like closing in as you're talking, and I remember looking at him and I went, I think you're boring. And then I woke up the next morning like, and like this was a person I should be making a nice connection with. And
I can't imagine anything worse
It's how
than
you
someone
really
telling
feel.
me I'm boring.
it's so mean. What an awful person. But sometimes you're awful when you're 25. Not a nice thing to do. But I vomited all night and dry heaved for 24 hours
Oh,
afterwards.
no. You paid for it.
Yeah, I paid for it. Yeah, so
you
don't
paid
do
for
that.
it.
And make sure you eat. That's another tip. Make sure you eat, because then if you drink, you won't. You don't black out and things like that. But you gotta be a hostess too.
With the mostest. I lived in a 2-bedroom with 4 girls, and we threw a really nice Halloween party, but we did start drinking when we were getting our makeup ready.
Yeah.
And all 4 of us blacked out and woke up the next morning and we're like, what happened? Everyone told us it was a fun party though.
Isn't that terrifying?
Isn't that so sad?
No, it's so
Like,
you
who
don't
locked
remember
the door?
Wait, so when did you black out?
Very early on. I don't
Before
remember.
everyone got there. Oh, no.
So you don't remember the party at all?
I remember our we took pictures with our costumes. We were so excited. It was like one of the first ones we ever threw. All our my classmates and stuff said it was so fun, but I was so sad. We laugh about it still though.
What were you?
I was an astronaut. I had a helmet and everything.
Were you a sexy
More like
astronaut?
astronauty.
I
was imagining not a sexy astronaut. You blacked out being like,
No, I had like a sparkle shorts and like a white top and just like
Sparkle
and like a helmet.
it's about time women are in space.
Exactly.
I'm Sally Ride.
Exactly.
Right. You know who you're
Okay.
talking to.
Yes. So eat and
Amazing.
enjoy your party.
That's true.
Another trick. This is my favorite one. Ice cream sandwiches at around midnight.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a good idea.
Oh, good idea.
It's really cheap.
Introduce a snack. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's really cheap. Ice cream sandwiches, like $5? You can get like a ton, and then you go out and you take them out. Drunk people love you. You're like, and everyone's like, this party's amazing. You're like, ice cream sandwich. Oh
You're
my
giving me
god.
ideas now for parties. I'm like,
Oh
okay.
yeah, they're on your feet.
get on
They're on
this.
your feet. You look like a 1950s, Gloria, and it was like $5.
Hostess with the mostest.
When I was 16, we went to a place in town called Margaritaville.
A place in town.
Local spot.
A local spot, and it was like in Stores, Connecticut. It was
spot.
the Mexican restaurant.
Sarah, for some reason, I thought you went to high school in LA. Did you?
I went to boarding school my senior year.
Oh, it was only 1 year.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm done with Connecticut.
Yeah.
And I found a boarding school in Idlewild, California, and I went there.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, there's 4 like art schools in the country that are boarding, and then I found one. There was like Interlochen, Idlewild, maybe there's North Carolina. Like there's and then I took the Idlewild one. Yeah, and I went my senior year, which is crazy because everyone's like celebrating their senior year. And
Right.
I was like, bye.
Yeah. Never.
I was just done. Yeah.
Were you in acting? The department?
Yeah, I was in the theater department, which no, nobody likes the theater department. Oh no! But and actually, a lot of people that was like a thing at that boarding school. Like it was all like cool LA kids, but like everyone got in trouble for like smoking pot. Mary Jane. Yeah, the Mary Jane. I never did, but I got a thing called separated my senior year, which is you have to stay with someone in town because I was coming. I know.
It sounds like
And then-
you got kidnapped.
I don't like
No.
your
It was like a
kicked out.
cult.
Sort
You weren't
of.
allowed to sleep on campus anymore?
Yeah, and so then I had to go like in front of like the judges to get back into school. I was just there for 1 year. It's because, and I was like a goody two shoe. I know. I was like, honestly, I didn't smoke or drink or anything like that. But when I came back, there was this guy in a band, and he he was kind of in a famous band. And
Did you know that hair thinning will happen to approximately 1 in 2 women? If you're among them, no, you're not alone. Thinning is normal, and Nutrafol helps women address it from within with science-backed supplements. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement clinically shown to improve visible thickness and strength. No matter your life stage, Nutrafol has 4 unique formulas to support women. Each is physician formulating using drug-free ingredients so you get the most reliable results. Nutrafol targets root causes of thinning like stress, nutrition, lifestyle, and more. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter promo code SITWITHUS. Find out why over 4,000 healthcare professionals recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code SITWITHUS. That's Nutrafol.com. Promo code SITWITHUS.
Summer's coming, and that means travel is coming. I hate getting to the airport and going through security. It's such a pain. But the Béis luggage makes it so easy. It calms my anxiety, and it's amazingly functional, and it just helps me make the process so much faster, easier, and more seamless. Pack your bags and get ready to hit the road with Béis. Béis has thought of everything you could ever want in a piece of luggage. 360-degree gliding wheels, a cushion handle, built-in weight indicator, washable bags for dirty clothes, and the interior pockets you need to keep organized. They come in multiple sizes and colors, and for shorter trips, the weekender bag is super functional and even has a place to store your shoes separately. Every piece is made to look better with miles, so you don't have to worry about it in cargo or overhead. Right now, Béis is offering our listeners 15% off with your first purchase by visiting BéisTravel.com/sitwithus. Go to BéisTravel.com/sitwithus for 15% off your first purchase. That's BEISTravel.com/sitwithus.
And I was coming back from Connecticut from Christmas break to go back to boarding school. And I told him to pick me up at the airport so we could hang out. And then I was like, then I'll just figure out how to get a ride back to boarding school, which was 2 hours away.
Yeah, yikes.
And
Yeah, Idlewild is not like Los Angeles
the
proper.
mountains.
yeah, it was in the mountains.
For anyone
No,
listening.
I totally lied. And like, then they found out. And then I had to have like a cab. Like I had to charge my mom like $1 zillion in her card to have a cab bring me back to school. It was a nightmare, and I almost got kicked out. Yeah.
So your punishment for, going with a strange man in a band was to go live with strangers.
Very good point.
Like, this is the better option.
Oh my God. It was like the school nurse. It was so awful.
That is awkward.
It was so, and I got kicked out of the play. That was,
No.
I think back on it and I was like, that was so messed up. Like it was mortifying enough, but like it was my senior year and I was like, they didn't need to kick me out of the play.
Like,
I
just
also
let me
don't really-
live, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just let me live.
Sorry.
I'm almost out of your hair.
He was in a cool band. Okay.
I know. Do you think we could guess the band? I have like a guess.
Was it
It
alternative
was an
rock?
LA band, right?
No, they weren't LA.
They weren't LA.
He was touring and they were,
Is he British?
no.
Oh, okay.
Can you imagine if it was like the National?
I was saying that
cool. Oh my God, I would have died.
like,
Then
it was
I'd be
like
like,
the
I would have been like, I'll name the band. 1975. Oh my God, I would have died. No,
Because I was like, who's popular around then?
no, it was much less cool. It was like an indie,
It was Boney Bear.
Again, wow. You're gonna be disappointed when I tell you. You're gonna probably be like, who? I don't know that band.
Wild.
That
So you were a
is-
wild child.
You were a
is what I
wild kid.
I know. I never thought of myself as that way.
I feel like that's not a bad crime at all. I'm surprised
Thank
you almost
you.
got kicked out. I'm
I
like,
think
what?
sex-
Oh, it's
You're-
a crime.
It was
You like got
sexism.
picked up from the airport? Okay.
Yeah. I also got kicked out of my prom junior year.
Sarah, you got kicked out of a lot of things.
You're a wild child. How do you not think you're not
targeted.
a wild child?
I was targeted. No, I wore a dress that was too short. And I think then the rules were forever changed. I'll show you the picture. I look like I'm like a 45-year-old beauty pageant queen from
How
Texas.
short is too short?
It was
Did they
short.
do the
Oh.
fingertip thing?
No,
had a
it was.
fingertip
I borrowed this
rule.
dress honestly from a senior girl, and I was at junior prom. I just like couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't find a dress that year, and it looked like Britney Spears. It was funny. I'll show you guys the picture. I'll show everyone.
We'll
the
make it
picture.
the thumbnail.
Yeah, totally. And they were like, a bunch of people were complaining.
Complaining.
Other girls were complaining.
Other girls.
Yeah. And so I told them I would sue them.
Period.
I remember I was really an asshole.
No, but you can.
I was just like, you're gonna like send me. They're like, can you go home and get another dress? I'm like, another prom dress? No, I don't have another prom dress. So I was like, I'll sue you for, I don't know what I said. And so they were like, okay, fine, you can wear this caterer shirt. And so I was like crying, and we were in the bathroom, and I was with my friend Emily and Emma, and I was like, oh my, this is so embarrassing.
Like leggings weren't an option.
So
You know what I mean?
yeah, right. I mean, that would have been worse. This was much better. Because then they gave me the caterer shirt, and I put it on, and I looked like Tom Cruise in Risky Business.
Oh my God.
Or I actually looked like, remember Britney Spears, was it Everything? Every time? Every time.
Every time I see.
No. Remember she's in the bathtub and she's with Kevin, apparently, and she has a hat. You guys know those music videos. Oh, come on.
I can't picture it right now.
Whatever.
Every time we touch. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. I have no music talent. But I just was wearing like a white caterer shirt. I'll show you that picture too. And so it was even better. It was even better. It was hilarious.
Outfit.
It was a cooler outfit.
But I feel like you definitely could have sued.
Yeah.
I think so. I think it was definitely like now. I don't think this would happen.
No, because I'm also like, well, were they
It was-
discriminating on you
Yeah.
because you were tall? Because
Yeah.
if someone who was 5'6" wore that same dress, when
yeah,
it hit at
very
the
good
same
point.
spot, were you more like they like to say more developed?
Yeah.
As a young lady, meaning
Yeah.
did you have an ass or boobs?
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then
it
other girls
honestly
that don't have that can wear
the
exact same.
very
outfit.
good point. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it was funny, but like now, I don't think this would happen now. It was definitely like an old school thing. But they didn't have a rule up until that night too. Then they had rules, I think.
You were the
You didn't even break a rule.
And I didn't even
There
break
was no
a-
rule to break.
You were the rule maker.
But yeah, it was like little things like that. So it wasn't exactly what, like I was a designated driver that night. So, because I watched so many Lifetime movies growing up, I was convinced that we were all going to
Someone
die
was
in
dying
prom.
from it.
Yes.
Someone had to die in prom
Do you
night.
guys remember all those movies?
Oh yeah.
So I was so scared that I was like, I'm the designated driver.
Footloose.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the premise of. That's how Footloose starts.
Yeah. Yeah.
The kids
Yeah.
die. I think it's Homecoming.
And also, like, because I went to high school in the early 2000s, like, people like did drive drunk. They didn't have Uber, things like that.
Yeah.
Totally.
It was scary.
Yeah, it was no good.
I remember going to parties and like someone like had like a beer in their hand, and I'm like, oh my god, like I can't believe I survived.
Like, what am I doing here?
But people in the country, like I'm from more of a country town. I don't know if you guys are, but like people would drink and drive all the time.
Which you should not do. Very dangerous.
No, obviously not.
Very dangerous. In college, there was this one party, and it was, I think, junior year I decided to do it, where it was like this big, because we didn't have sororities. There was no theater sorority, but they had this fake theater sorority and throw one party one night, and everybody got crazy. And there was no Uber because it was like 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
So I charged people $5 to drive them to and from places.
my
And I made like $500.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, maybe I did a little more than $5. Maybe
You know what?
$10
Matt?
a ride.
Manipulative and conniving. Yeah.
That's what I said.
Look,
That's what I said.
school costs
I'm gonna
money.
throw this party. You have to pay me to drive you there, and you have to pay to get in.
Becky's gonna charge a cover on her next party.
Yeah, I tell the freshmen like, oh, actually, you have to pay me before you go in. No, I provided a service.
True.
That's very
Opening
cool.
the door.
Provided a
Vibes.
service,
Your lifesaver.
That is a service.
right? And I made sure nobody died.
That's true.
That's
Keeping
hero.
the public safe.
I'm a public safety individual.
Yes.
I'm a keeper of
Champion.
the peace.
I would say champion.
Keepers of peace.
Champion.
Public safety champion.
Public safety, number one. Thank you so much.
So Sarah, what was the first college party you went to? And how did the party scene change in college versus high school? And were you ready?
I was a freshman in high school on the first college party I went to.
Oh my God.
But
You went to college parties before you even went to
to
high
be-
school parties.
to be fair, my high school in Connecticut was on a UConn campus.
Oh my God.
But then when I went to college, I was maybe one of those people that partied a lot in high school, and then in college, I like got a perfect GPA. I was like,
Oh wow.
I didn't.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I didn't go to parties a lot in college.
Wow.
So it's like that like difference. I took some time off in between high school and college too.
What'd you do in your gap year?
I was like auditioning in quotes, going to like weird Beverly Hills parties and sleeping till 1 p.m. 1 a.m. 1 p.m. But yeah.
Where were you living? Were you living like in a house with a bunch of people, or where were you living?
No, I lived in Beverly Hills because I thought that's where
the
you
BA.
live. Yeah, I wanted that zip code. I lived with this random girl, and it was a weird time. I think 19, 20, 21 is hard.
Yeah.
I felt like that existential dread. I was like, what am I doing? Who am I? What do I want to be? Like, I found those years maybe the hardest I've experienced.
Oh yeah.
Because I was just like that like hole, you know? Like I
You
didn't
find
know.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know who I was yet. And it was like frustrating, you know? And I
Yeah.
kept like trying, you know, it's like you're trying different friend groups and you're like, no, not that one. You know, and you're like, maybe I can be this girl. One time I hung out with this girl in Manhattan Beach. We went to Manhattan Beach for July 4th. She seemed really cool. And she's like, yeah, I'm hooking up with this guy. I'll see it. I was like, but I'm in Manhattan Beach. I don't know how to get back to LA. And she just left me.
Oh my god.
And I went home with a random
You were talking. Wait. Now you gotta explain. Did you like you found a family walking down the street and you said hello?
No, we were all like,
I'm all
eating
alone.
Or something. We were I don't know how it happened to me. It was so long ago, but I just remember, and it was me and this 8-year-old in the back, and the parents were fighting the whole time. I'm 19, and we were like,
Oh my god.
and they were fighting the whole time, and they've dropped me back off in the valley. Yeah,
You basically hitchhiked.
I basically hitchhiked.
You hitchhiked.
But this girl just left me. But that was a friend. I thought maybe it was cool, but you know.
Not that cool.
She showed her true colors. She's
Yeah.
like, bah.
Yeah, exactly. But I go back to parties.
Yeah.
Like that's like a lot of finding like your different groups and things like that, right? Of like, or like, I saw like a TikTok making fun of this, but do you guys remember the going out top?
Oh
Top of your
my
god.
god.
Like it was an
Gotta get
address.
the got.
You gotta
Going out top.
Going out top.
Yeah.
Your got. You gotta get your got.
I go to Express.
Yeah.
I'm good going out top, but I feel like there was like in college, I was just figuring myself out as high school. I could just be like, let's party.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you had already been like in the work, like you were trying to work the year after, which is pretty like that will lead to an existential crisis like pretty quickly. Then you go into college knowing that that's what's coming out after, and it sort of makes sense of like, okay, I'm like taking this seriously now.
Wow, Rainie, you just figured everything out that I never thought about.
Rainie is very insightful.
Yeah, that's
She
so
scares us
insightful.
sometimes.
That is really insightful. I was like, why was that so hard? I was like literally alone on the beach being in Malibu being like, who am I?
Whispering to the sea.
Yeah. I would go to the beach a lot.
You're a beach girl. You're not a mountain
No,
girly.
but like, I mean, I was then. Because like, if you're from the East Coast and from the cold, you're like, if I'm living in LA,
You must go.
I must go to the beach. Now I don't, but like, you know, it was just one of those things.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah, in high school, I didn't throw parties because we didn't have like parties at my house or anything like that.
Did your parents party? Your mamas?
No,
Did
I think
get
they.
down when they were younger.
I'm sure. I mean, they were hippies, so I'm sure in the 70s and things like that. I'm sure they threw like crazy.
They definitely
parties.
had parties.
Yeah, I'm sure they had crazy parties, but like, you know, not. I'm hoping. I know. I thought about that now as like a parent, like as this next stage, I still like want to be like having parties and things like that, but it's different, you know. But I do remember. Do you guys ever remember? Like, I do remember some parties my parents would throw, like, and you'd be upstairs, and I'd be like you'd listen in. And I remember like smelling smoke, like them like smoking cigarettes, you know, like,
Whoa.
yeah, it was like scary.
going on down there?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I don't want it to be like that because that's weird. But do you like have a sitter and make them sleep somewhere else? I don't know.
No, I remember one year my parents were hosts. They like had people over all the time and
cool.
parties
They
and stuff.
party and they still party.
They still do.
Betsy gets
wow,
down.
that's
Betsy
so
and
cool.
Steve.
Like that's a whole. See, I want to be like that. How was that as a kid?
I mean, it was fun because all the neighborhood kids would come. They were like, for big parties, they would come and spend the night. Like they would like fall asleep at our house, and then the parents, when they would go home, would take them home while they were sleeping,
so
you know?
cute.
But I remember one year it was New Year's, and we would like to spy on the parents. We'd like go down and like look, try to like see what they're doing and stuff. And it was New Year's one year, and they were all the parents were definitely drunk. And when you're younger, you don't have the same concept. Like you don't really understand.
I'm waiting.
A lot of
I'm
times.
waiting for like an eyes wide shut reveal.
And then we like look in, and they're like dancing the Macarena.
Was that embarrassing?
We were dying laughing. It was so funny. Like I wasn't embarrassed. Maybe embarrassed for them. You know?
Right.
Because they like looked so funny and like, you know, dancing and drunk and stuff.
Macarena, you know?
Yeah.
They're just down there living their best life on New Year's dancing the Macarena.
That's really sweet. Yeah, that sounds great.
Like you could be like that. You know, you could dance the Macarena.
Yeah.
That's a dance I know.
Yeah, Sarah, are you a dancer?
I'm what Miles calls a free-spirited dancer.
An interpretive dancer.
I'm not so great at choreography. I'd like to be, but it's humiliating.
How about hairography though?
What's
Choreography?
Yeah.
You
hair
flip?
flips.
Like all your hair flips. and, like,
Yeah, I'm always doing hair stuff.
oh, see, that's good.
Love hair stuff.
That's good.
Summer is coming, and we are so excited to be going to pool parties and barbecues. With a Dash Pass membership from DoorDash, you can celebrate summer with member-only offers, drops, and events now through July 19th. With Summer of Dash Pass, you'll enjoy $0 delivery fees and reduced service fees on all eligible orders, making it easier and more affordable than ever to stock up on your favorite summertime essentials. You will also get access to thousands of offers nationwide, ensuring that summer is one to remember. So kick back, relax, and let Dash Pass help you experience the best of your neighborhood for less. Experience a summer like no other. Live your best summer with Dash Pass membership on DoorDash today. Sign up for Dash Pass now and you'll get your first month free. Plus, when you use our promo code, get 50% off up to a $10 value when you spend $15 or more on your next Dash Pass order. When you download the DoorDash app and enter code SITSUMMER. That's 50% off when you spend $10 or more on your next Dash Pass order when you download the DoorDash app and enter code SITSUMMER. Don't forget, code SITSUMMER for 50% off your next order. Subject to change, terms apply.
But I can dance, like I can
Feel the music.
Yeah, the night Miles and I met at a party, we like danced. And it was so fun. Because like once you get in like your late 20s, you start being like, I don't give a shit what people think.
Yeah.
You know, and you can be like, yeah, you know, you can just like go at it. Those are the parties. I feel like that's why actually early 20s are hard because you're just like,
So self-conscious.
you're you know? So like when I feel like I'm a free-spirited dancer where I can get down, but maybe if you give me
I think
dance.
that counts as dancing.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you, Rainie. I really appreciate
choreo,
that. Yeah.
I haven't choreoed ever.
It's not a good sign.
No synchronized dancing.
Yeah. Are you guys dancers?
No.
No. Oh,
I'm a free-spirited dancer. Okay, great. I enjoy free-spirit dancing, but
Yeah, you dance a lot.
Yeah.
But I've never gone to a class. I don't think I could get myself to be like, and 5, 6, 7, 8.
I've gone to lots of classes.
Really?
I've just humiliated myself.
I've gone to Zumba with my mom. My mom is definitely better than I am. But
that's
I
cool.
enjoy dancing.
Yeah.
But
I love dancing.
And then, Maggie, did your parents throw parties? Or did they throw like a Christmas party or something?
We went to a lot of family parties growing up. And I would go and there'd just be a ton of kids there. So I don't think there was a lot of separation between children and
that's cool.
parents. But my parents also didn't drink a lot, but like their friends did. But I don't remember being like super aware of it. So I was entertained with the other kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I think about sometimes I'm like going to like a pool and all of my mom's friends were there and I'm like, oh, I guess they probably were drinking and I have no memory of that at all.
Yeah.
They were taking shots.
They were
For sure.
throwing back.
You had like, I was just talking to my friends like that and I was like, I think I could be a country club mom. Like, grab the kids out of the pool and mom play some drunk tennis. I was like, I think I found what I could be.
You just get to have fun with activities. Like,
it
doesn't always have to be like a formal party, but just like going to the
you could be
amusement park and just
anywhere.
You can be drunk anywhere you go.
Gathering.
Oh no.
But I like this pool thing.
Yeah. And then, so the food, so you talked about having food, and you guys are famous for your charcuterie. How do you build a food? What do you think is important? Is it carbs, meat?
Thank you, Rainie, for bringing this up.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Your charcuterie board. What goes on your charcuterie?
Charcuterie board. Get ready for tip number 3, tip number 4. I can't remember. Okay, go to Trader Joe's.
Love Trader Joe's.
We love it.
Get everything in sight.
Every single thing.
It's gonna be like $100. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Worth it.
Okay. But
how big of a board do you do?
I put this on credit cards in recent years? Yeah. You get some boards from Target.
How big though? Like how big are your charcuterie
The bigger the
boards?
better.
Whoa.
The bigger the better.
Bigger the better.
But this is what people make mistakes when they make their whatever board.
Charcuterie.
You know what I'm talking about. No space.
No space.
No, leave no space.
Everything touching.
It's a cornucopia. Everything overflowing.
That's
so
a
you
great
put that
tip.
whole and mix sweets and figure out some colors, you know, but like load all that like chocolate covered cherries, you know, like then put like the meat and like everything. It's just overflowing. It should be like ridiculous, you know, and like there's no room. And then people are like, this is gorgeous. And it's not. You're just an idiot putting like bags on like a board, you know, but that makes it look like so like overflowing.
Curated.
And then
Profesh.
take a little like rosemary or take a little leaves, mint, and add a little dash of green throughout it. That looks good. This is like the dumb girl's guide to, you know, dumb person's guide to make a board that looks like fancy. I'm not like skilled at this, but everyone thinks I am.
Yeah.
Good eye. It's aesthetic eye.
yeah,
Like
it's
you're
It's
saying.
aesthetic guide,
your
but it's
aesthetic
mostly
eye.
just pouring shit on a board. I'm telling you.
What are you guys
I
serving?
love that.
I've done a previous birthday before. I did like a giant charcuterie board, but you guys did one for the office as well. Like
That
a
one was
big
fancy.
one. That one was
Matt
nice.
for
made
Eugene's
one
birthday.
For Eugene's birthday. That did the whole kitchen island.
It was beautiful.
But we did that.
Exactly
we
what
did
you
that
said is what we
exactly
did.
that.
Yeah.
Is we were literally walking around and being like, okay, this part needs like a little more filling.
This needs more.
Here, make
needs
this
more.
taller.
yeah.
Shove it
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
That one is like really cool. I've never done that like a whole thing, but that's really cool.
Yeah, you just
Easy
get
to clean up.
parchment paper.
It actually was. We just had other people grab the sides and we grabbed the other
Yeah.
ends and you kind of like roll it up.
Amazing.
Less mess.
I
My
just like
favorite
look
thing-
on Pinterest and just see like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
this is how you fold pepperoni and like make it
Yeah,
nice.
because they make like
or
the
salami.
roses and all this stuff.
I follow this girl, Ain't Too Proud to Meg.
Tell us about
That's a
it.
good name.
I
That's a
love
good
that name.
And
Good name.
she does boards.
Ooh.
The board girl.
love
How about the
board
butter
girl.
boards? Have you seen those?
Oh yeah, I feel like they
I've
were
never
hot,
tried one.
but then they were not hot.
Well, they got replaced by tin fish nights.
I do love tin fish. I'm in my tin fish era. You know?
Tin fish.
Do you know
era.
Fishwife? They're cool.
No.
Oh, they're like chic can fish.
Chic can.
Fish.
There's so many different brands of tin fish. It's crazy.
Yeah. This
Have you
one's
seen the
cool.
cocktails, the tin fish cocktails on TikTok?
Whoa.
No, that's
The
great.
cocktails?
Yeah, they put the
What
fish
is it?
in the martini.
Oh my god, we have to try
Thank
that.
you.
I don't-
Thank you.
I think we should do that one day for podcast
Thank
day.
you. I'm not a can fish girl. I want to be, but I'm not.
Rainie, I want you to serve us tin fish cocktails.
9 a.m. tin fish.
Actually, I'm gonna be sick that day.
Yeah, thank you.
I actually won't be here. I'm so sorry. I'm
we
going on
could do a
vacation.
midday, you know, a midday.
Yeah.
Going on
Maggie's
vacation
into
Monday.
it. Like she's like, yes.
I don't know.
Maggie's into it.
I don't know.
Everything
No,
once.
thank you.
You gotta try it.
Everything is dose specific, so I guess you could. I don't know. I'm open, but I don't know. I'll have
It's
to.
good for those omega-3s. You need your fish oils.
I love my
Maggie.
fish oils. Yeah.
I have a question. What are your guys' opinions on
We have a lot. We have a lot, girlfriend.
themed parties?
I love a good theme. I know some people get
It depends
upset.
what the theme is.
Yeah.
I feel like a theme has to be broad enough that you can interpret it in your own way,
Yeah.
instead of being like everyone has to dress up like a sailor.
Yeah.
Too
Yeah.
specific.
Be specific.
Right. Yeah. Or like you, and also as a host, this is a hard lesson. As a host, and you set a theme and someone doesn't follow it, let it go.
Yep.
You can't get mad at people for
Don't
not
kick 'em
doing
out.
it.
I've
Yeah.
been not let into a party because I wasn't on theme.
Not let in.
Space theme. I know.
What
And
did
you're
you?
like, I'm a space
Just
cadet.
get some aluminum
It's like-
foil.
Yeah,
and put it
literally,
on your
like
head.
I have a moon necklace. Like I don't
Yeah.
know what you want from me.
Yeah.
No, I love a
moon
theme,
necklace.
but I do agree. I think what I really like is themed because you get to dress up.
Yeah.
And
You know what? Another party that I had a friend that used to throw all the time. It's fun. Maybe a little dark, but is a Donner party.
Oh my gosh.
A daughter?
Donner.
Like,
You know the Donners, they had to eat them.
We talked about cannibalism on our other episode that we
Oh no, too much cannibalism. But a Donner party is like, just like kind of Oregon theme, trail theme.
Yeah.
But it's cute because it's called the Donner party. And,
Was that your best theme? What was your best theme?
Well, and I didn't even throw that one. I have never, my best friend's 30th was 30 going on 13.
That's good.
And so, because when we were
Just
13,
like
it was like
2000.
2000.
Yeah.
So it was
The
a 2000 themed.
Cute.
Limited to.
We all were on Molly.
Oh my God, stop.
And it was the best night of my life. And we all had like push pops.
Fun.
So those were fun. We had push ups. So lots of like themed candies were fun.
Yeah.
I think
Slap bracelets.
slap bracelets. Yes. All
So
those
good.
things. And like people really love to dress like that. I think if it's like, can you throw a party where people can come up with stuff that they don't have to buy is always fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Like
true.
80s that you can if you want, but you don't have
Yeah.
to. Like decades themes parties are classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are. Eugene's birthday party for his 33rd was triplet or triple threat is what he called it. So you had to come in a group of 3 and you had to like have a costume that was like a triplet type theme.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. So I went with 2 of my friends, David and AJ as First Wives Club.
Dream.
Right? So good. So it was like
That's
so
so
fun.
good.
So you could really do.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Wigs and all.
Wigs and all, heels and all. It was so fun.
amazing.
But people were so funny. They came up with the funniest stuff.
That's so fun.
Yeah. And then, like, you could grab stuff from your closet or you could go full out like we did. Like it didn't matter. You could interpret it how you wanted
Rachel
to.
was pregnant with the twins.
Yeah.
She
And so I think she just had like a big 3 on her stomach.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
so cute.
I don't remember what I wore though.
I can't either. I can't remember what I was.
Zach dressed like an old lady.
Oh yeah. And then I was probably
What was his third?
Well, Zach and Keith had to do something with Eugene. They were like, there's like a performance element that they were doing.
Oh, we were Mean Girls.
Oh, we
Yeah.
did Mean Girls.
We did Mean
That's what it
Girls.
was.
Yeah.
We did Mean Girls.
Yeah.
What was I?
I was like, what?
I was not an old woman. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I remember there's like a picture of Zach with his like legs spread open and his like leaned back.
Oh my gosh.
So funny.
I don't know why he was an old. Maybe
That
he
was
was
a
a
good
golden
theme.
girl.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was a good theme. Yeah.
And then Eugene just had his puppet party theme.
That was
That's kind of a fun
Really
theme.
funny.
You know?
It's
People
a
made
fun-
puppets and stuff.
Erudite.
Yeah.
I liked Eugene's theme of going to Disneyland and Disney binding or something. What's it called?
Yeah.
Bound.
That's
fun.
Oh my God. Yeah. That was so long ago.
Yeah.
Do you know how people, have you ever heard of Disney bounding? So you're not allowed to wear costumes at Disneyland.
Right.
So you wear outfits that are like similar to what a Disney character, like you pick a Disney character. So like Matt, I remember was Woody.
No, it's Ken.
You just wear like,
I thought you were Woody.
No, it literally was the Ken doll with like the.
Who was Woody then? Oh, maybe Keith was Woody.
I think it was Keith.
Maybe Keith was Woody.
and so you
You
wear
wore,
like
like, cowboy
pedestrian
stuff.
clothes that are similar.
Yeah.
Like I had like a cheetah, like
Oh, that's
sweatshirt and like the
right.
blue pants with like the handkerchief like Ken wears.
I was Miguel from
Barbie
Coco.
Ken.
So that I
Amazing.
just wore a red zip up and covered my,
Got it,
and I like
got
looked down so that nobody could kind of see my skeletal face.
Yeah.
The whole fun is like to like kind of break a rule.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're kind of breaking a rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was Wally and Zach
Yeah, you
was
guys were
Evie,
Wally and
so Zach had
Evie.
like a white sweater with like little plants.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was really fun.
I think Disney bounding, but not at Disney World would be.
Like
then you're
where?
just Disney
going
in
to
the
club?
wild.
Yeah. But okay, so for playlist, is there a song that you're like, this is going to be a hit? First of all, Maggie, at your wedding, I didn't realize that you guys played Grease music from Grease, the musical.
Yeah,
Of course. All I want to do is be at a party and have Grease come on.
Really?
Yes.
Are you young enough that that's not happening all the time? I don't think I've ever thrown a party without Grease playing.
I
good.
can't believe because it's like the best dancing music.
Yeah.
Every time I hear
Yeah.
Grease, I'm like, I wish it was a party every
Well,
day
because
now.
it's era of disco.
Yes.
Rainey, you got to throw a party and throw some grease in
And
there.
put some
Disco
Grease on
theme.
there.
You do
Just
ABBA.
Grease.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Disco's
ABBA.
a good era.
That's
Yeah.
what we with our wedding music too. Is just like fun, happy music.
Yeah.
Oh
Exactly,
yeah, it was
yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Dancing music. Yeah, by Usher. Always gonna win.
Always gonna
be
win.
good.
Do you have any hard and fast rules about music you won't play? Like I do no like group dances.
Oh, yeah.
They really upset me. The
Like
Macarena.
no electric slide.
Oh,
No
really?
cha-cha slide.
The wobble.
There's something
Noodles.
very scary about walking in and seeing a group of people.
How about-
Like
I can't do the
it's
electric
electric.
side.
Like,
How about, like,
I'm
no,
like,
like-
what are you doing?
Kind of like, but when I have parties and stuff, I like normally like the more like cocktail party stuff. You know, I'm not as like
Yeah.
dancing
Bumping.
party stuff. So
Right,
mine's more
right.
like the background music.
Yeah.
you
What's
know?
your background
like the,
music?
Like the ambiance music, like some bossa nova or like
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
parcels
Bossa
or like some
nova.
That's
jazz
great.
stuff or like, you know, that like keeps the energy going, but it's not intrusive to
It's
the
about
conversation.
energy too, because
Yeah.
when I was younger, I would play like the national. That's
Not-
That's sad girl music.
sad girl music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was like, no, we got to play this or like spoon.
Yeah.
That's like the wind down music, you know,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
when you want people to leave.
Yeah.
I really like doing for like dinners or brunches. If you type in on Spotify, Nancy Myers brunch, Nancy Myers dinner, Nancy Myers cooking. It's all like Nancy Myers kind of themed ambiance.
that.
So it's
That's
all
great.
like oldies that are kind
Right.
of upbeat, very cute. But in college, we really liked DJs. Not like all DJs, but we really liked He Does Feed the Animals is the album that we would all listen to all the time. But he was this old man. Not old man. He was probably like 30 when he was doing
I was like, how old?
But he would, he did all these like mixes where he mixed all the music together and would like always get sued by people because he did concerts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I forget what his name is. I think he still makes music.
For your wedding, was it just like the biggest party planning venture ever?
Sure. You got to move furniture and stuff.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You were picking up
you
couches.
had-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so dumb. No, I sodded the whole lawn 2 days prior. I was bruised for the wedding. I was too tired for the wedding.
I mean, it was
nobody
seamless.
knew.
No one would have known. It was
No.
so
I
seamless.
literally sodded
Yeah.
the whole lawn because I was like, we can't have this disgusting long last. I'm a last minute kind of gal. Yeah, throwing the wedding was huge. And at your house, like it was crazy because it's your house. And so then it's like, just like you have to like, you're constantly
everything,
working on it and
everything.
cleaning it up. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but I wanted it like a backyard party.
It
Yeah.
was so fun.
And it was
Yeah.
so, your DJs were so good.
They were really
I'm
good.
obsessed with them.
But I will say, if you throw a party at your house, I don't. It's a lot. It's almost better to have it at a venue, I think, because I liked the end result. But like, it's just like
There's a lot of cleanup.
so much cleanup.
lot
I
of
like
cleanup.
threw all my clothes in garbage bags and like so like the cleanup was months, guys. Like it was so fucking crazy.
Wow.
You were still wedding partying weeks after.
Yeah. And the worst part is we rent. So it wasn't like I was like, at least I'm making the house better. I'm like, I'm making this other bitch's house better. You know? So that was an intense. And then, you know what was hard about the wedding is, and this is another tip I would have, is invite everyone. And I couldn't because of like space and things like that.
yeah.
And like that hurt.
Yeah.
Like I always think include everyone. And,
Yeah.
and like when you get like, I actually don't want to, it's like, no,
Yeah.
invite everyone.
Yeah.
Like the bigger the better, I feel like. Unless
Yeah,
you're having
sure.
a really small one, I feel like you go really small.
Yeah.
You got to invite everyone.
Yeah.
'Cause
100%.
I like including everyone. I would have invited the woman I met at Trader Joe's to the wedding. Like I didn't care, but I couldn't.
Right.
And that was really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. It is so easy to get caught up with what everyone else needs from you and never take a moment to think about what you need from yourself. You know, I can't remember the last time I took a self-care day, but when we spend all of our time giving, it can lead us to feeling stretched thin and burned out. Therapy can give you the tools to find more balance in your life so you can keep supporting others without leaving yourself behind. Here at You Can Sit With Us, we obviously love therapy. It's great to have someone to talk to bounce ideas off of, someone who's totally impartial. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/sitwithus today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sitwithus. I have the Sage Caraway pan, and I am now obsessed. I follow the instructions to a T. I do not heat over medium. I wait until it's totally cool to clean it off, and it is so easy to clean. I use way less butter and oil to coat the pan. Caraway's high-quality ceramic-coated kitchenware is free of PTFE, such as Teflon, lead, cadmium, and other toxic materials. Caraway kitchenware comes in a variety of chic shades. Ceramic's naturally slick surface means minimal oil or butter for slide-off-the-pan eggs and easy cleaning. Caraway products are made without any toxic chemicals like PFAs, PTFE, PFOAs, or other hard-to-pronounce chemicals. They have over 40,000 reviews with people raving about their Caraway kitchen, and now is the time to try it for yourself. Visit carawayhome.com/sitwithus to take advantage of this limited time offer for 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/sitwithus or use code SITWITHUS at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern.
Oh yeah, clean up. Do you have like morning after? What's your routine? Or if you wake up?
Well, you guys didn't have beds in your home at this point.
Oh yeah.
Tell that story.
You had photo booths in your bedroom.
photo booths.
Yeah. I mean, we were at a hotel. I was so overtired.
You were at a hotel.
We were at a hotel, and then we kind of had like our parents clean up, but then like the wedding planner kind of clean up. All right, if you have a normal party cleanup, I would usually like wake up at 1 and I wake up and somehow the roommates I lived with cleaned up the party. If I'm being totally honest.
Hashtag black.
I love that vibe.
And I throw the party, they clean up. Or I would throw a party and then like it would just be really disgusting for 4 days. And then the 4th day I'm like, okay, I guess we got to do this. So I have no method of attack other than take a garbage bag and go around the house. But it's just awful. Yeah. I don't know if you have.
I
never
try to
did.
do the most that night when you're like maybe a little tipsy still.
Yeah,
so you don't care as much because you're like.
That's
just
right,
delay sleeping a little while.
Another thing this might be on the line. I don't like asking people to help.
Help with anything?
At the end of the night, I don't
very Midwestern of you.
I just think it because I don't want to help when I'm at someone else's. I'll say it. I don't want it. I want I'll say
you
I'll
ask,
help.
but you actually don't mean it.
Yeah.
Like, do you need help with it? Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. And sometimes it's okay, but I still think it's like if you're hosting the party.
You threw the party.
Yeah, I know. Maybe this is wrong. And it's like totally cool for like people, unless it's like someone that likes you and is trying to hook up with you, then they can help clean. But
if you want to use and abuse,
that's a mean
First the
end.
lights, now the garbage.
Yeah. I'm saying, whatever. If they're trying to hang out with you longer, I've also been on the other end. I'm like, I just want to hang around this guy longer. I'll help clean up. Then like you're doing them a favor.
Yeah,
they get to be around you longer. But
I feel like moving to LA, I was in the Midwest. No one helps you clean up. You do everything by yourself. And if anyone asks, you're like, absolutely do not touch anything. It will make me cry if you touch a plate. But now that I've been in LA for a decade, a little more lenient. When people are like, let me get the plates, I'm like, oh, that would be wonderful.
No, you know what? Yeah, I take it back.
Great.
I take it back. I think
uncontroversial now.
Yeah.
Cancel the controversy.
Cancel the controversy. You're right. It is like totally fine for people. I think there's just something really, once in a while, it's really fun just to be like, no one's cleaning up. Let's have it be a disaster.
Yeah.
Like I think it's actually, what I'm saying is not you cleaning up either. That gives me anxiety as the guest.
Yeah.
I'm saying no one cleans up.
Because when you start to clean up, then it's time to go.
It's time
It's
to
like a
go.
signal. Everyone's got to get out.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I hate that feeling. I'm like, okay, I guess it's time to go.
Party's over.
Yeah, so that's what it is. I want no one cleaning up. I'm not.
Don't leave ever.
Yeah. Although we threw this Valentine's Day party like last year, I can't remember. And Miles had worked at it. I love a midweek party. It's extravagant.
School night party.
Feels a little naughty.
It feels naughty, but a lot of people come actually because there's no competition of other parties. Saturday night, people have things to do.
True.
Wednesday, no one does. So they all come. And I also, another tip, throw a party on Valentine's Day because no one likes to be alone. Going to dinner with your partner, you still can, but then it's like kind of like you're like, we do this all the time. But throwing a Valentine's Day party,
that's fun.
Super fun,
Yeah,
and everyone loves it. And it's themed. It's themed.
Themed like love.
It's so easy, and I would get charcuterie boards, all red things. So
that's
cute. And candy boards are so fun. Candy boards are the best.
Ooh, candy board.
And then for the Valentine's Day, this is classic advice. I got name tags, and it's green and red, single or not single. And let me tell you, it's
The hookups.
magical. The hookups.
The hookups.
And there's nothing that makes me happier.
Is anyone still together from the Valentine's Day?
I don't know, but I did get a message. I should find it from someone thanking me for throwing it.
Oh,
Because she
Wow.
didn't find someone that night, but she felt like she was like, I should find it like more open to the city and like felt like more like, and then eventually she found her
step in
partner
her
a month
process.
later.
The step in
Yeah.
her process.
Oh my God.
beautiful.
But I will say it was very clear because I've been a single person and I've talked to a guy for 5 fucking hours one night. And then he's like, I know, my girlfriend. I'm like, now you drop it because you wanted me to talk to you all night.
Yeah, that's got to be something you say pretty. I think you need to mention if you're with
Hiding it.
someone like pretty much at the beginning of talking
Yeah.
to someone. Otherwise, it just seems weird.
Yeah, especially you can tell if somebody's sort of interested. So it's sort of like, why didn't you bring it up? You
Yeah.
knew.
Because
Right.
it's like
you
an
like
intimate
it. Everyone likes
conversation.
being flirted with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The attention.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
I remember a couple years ago, Keith and I went to this party that one of my coworkers from this beauty shop was throwing, and all of it, we didn't know any of her friends, and we were just like hanging out. And Keith and I are very like not PDA heavy people.
Yeah.
And one of her friends at the party asked for my number from her, and I was like, "Oh, Keith, I think we need to start like I don't know, holding hands
gotta
or
touch.
something at parties.
You gotta at least touch once.
We gotta have some sort of contact because I don't know what vibes were being put out."
Well, that's kind of fun though.
You're just so friendly.
Well, I was just like,
They're like, how many numbers can I get to?
I was also
Like a
we
competition.
were married at this point. Like I was wearing a wedding ring.
Yeah. Rings
good.
are hard to find. I never could notice rings. I don't have one
But it
right
was
now
really
because I was waiting for attention.
I was like, what?
No, I can't fit into them after pregnancy.
The fingers swell.
The
Yeah.
fingers have
swell.
not
Yeah.
gone down yet.
So we have a great audience question for parties.
Repartees.
Hello, ladies and Matt. I need to ask what you guys think and if you could give me some advice on a really uncomfortable situation I have at work. I, a 25-year-old female, have recently been having issues with a coworker constantly making comments about what I eat. I work 6 hours a day while also at school to become a dental hygienist. Yay,
We
school.
love the commitment.
Meaning I'm almost never home since I go straight from work to school and vice versa. I leave home at 9 a.m. and don't come back until 10 p.m. most days. This means the only time I have to eat something is while at work. So I always have to have food with me. And even when I don't have class, I still always bring some snacks since I work 6-hour shifts and obviously get hungry. I mean, you got to eat,
Girl, you don't have to
Yeah.
explain this to us.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm eating all day.
Yeah.
right? For a while now, a coworker, a female in her 40s, has always gone out of her way to constantly comment on what I eat. Some of the stuff she has said to me, including, every time I run into you, you're eating.
Oh my gosh.
I would throw
No, that's her
my
own.
fucking snack at her.
That is her own issues. This is what that is
Yeah.
so clear. This
Yeah.
woman's
Yeah.
own issues
Is that
are
fruit?
coming out.
First time I ever seen you eating fruit or something healthy.
Oh, fuck you.
No.
You don't have an appetite. That's weird.
Oh.
Okay.
These are so passive
Is she like mommy dearest? Like,
I
No,
was-
she says someone that has some serious eating issues and is putting it on someone else.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I was talking to another coworker about not having eaten much breakfast that morning because I woke up with no appetite. You denying a chocolate? That's so weird. You're always hungry.
Oh my God.
And the list goes on and on. I've always struggled with my self-esteem and body image since I've always been on the curvier side. And these comments have started to affect me to the point that I go out of my way to never eat anything or talk about food near her. Every time she says something like that, I honestly feel like going home and sobbing. I know some of the comments are probably not that bad for some people, but they get to me and I feel like there's no good reason to comment about what people eat, and she does it to make me feel bad. I always brush it off and never say anything back, but I'm unsure about how to handle this whole situation. I'm not really good at confronting people, especially in the workplace. I take my job very seriously and don't like to cause any trouble. What do you think I should do? Should I talk to her, say something back, talk to her manager?
send us
Punch her
the
in the
email of
face.
your HR department and we will email for you. We'll
Yeah.
email anonymously.
Yeah.
This is workplace harassment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really hard
That's
because
harassment.
I've worked at every restaurant. I've been every weight. And like I've had the chefs would always comment if I gained weight or lost weight all the time. And this woman obviously has her own stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So she's commenting on it because she's dealing with her own shit. Right. Not okay. It's so hard because it really does hurt your feelings. Like I remember I'm a big snacker. Like it just like I know exactly what she's talking about. Yeah. And then eating and like is such an essential part of your freaking day and life. And you're like, and then there's it's so complex in the world we live in. But how do you how do you address this with this woman and she's a superior or a coworker or you know?
It just says coworker.
It just says coworker.
Because if you ask her, if you go, she's going to be like, what are you talking about? But I wonder if you could have a conversation with her. But do you think go right to HR?
I would say the next time she brought it up, be like, hey, I don't want to talk to you about what I'm eating. You know, I just shutting it down very.
And this may, I could be wrong, but like maybe just go like this. Like, I know you're trying to be nice, but I'm pretty sensitive with food stuff.
Yeah.
So if you could not comment on what I'm eating, I would really appreciate it. I know that's weird. But not that you need to do those caveats. Like you can definitely be more upfront. But for me, that would make me feel more comfortable to not make it as...
Depends what relationship you have with a coworker too. You could just be like, what and when I eat is actually not any of your business. Yeah. So I'd appreciate if you didn't comment. You know,
I'm just trying to make it like...
No, you came from a place of... Like, I don't... How...
Because I just like... Because then people, like when they feel like they fucked up, they're like...
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, then they get like freaked out because I think this woman doesn't think she's doing anything wrong.
She's probably more unconscious than like.
Yeah.
Or I mean, you could, who are your other coworker friends at work? Like, could you have one of them like give a little push to the other coworker and be like, you say a lot of comments about her eating food. Like, it's probably not healthy. You know, like.
Yeah.
A hard one. Why people are so weird?
I know.
You know, have better things to talk about than what they're eating.
Especially women's, and I think all bodies, but like are up for public discussion.
Yeah.
And it's so not fair. It's like, why is like, and people's eating habits and like, I remember even like, I've always been a big eater. Like I remember even at 12 sleeping over and like everyone else went to go like play and there was a grandfather making crepes and I was like, I'll have another one. And I just remember him being like, you're a hungry kid.
Oh my God.
You know, and I still remember that like shame, you know, just being
you're
like.
You're a growing girl.
Yeah, like I was so hungry, you know, so it's like, it is really sensitive what we eat. Or like in high school, like I remember like I always had snacks because I couldn't make it from breakfast, which was 7. School started at 7:25 and lunch was at 1 because I was in band.
Yeah.
And I remember a kid being like, you're always having snacks in this class.
Because I'm hungry and I need to focus on school, so I need to have
maybe
food.
feel bad.
You need energy.
Yeah. And if you want to avoid conflict, just email your HR manager and say, I do not want my name brought in this. Can you send a general email to the company talking about, sensitivity training, essentially, about not commenting on people's
that's really
bodies.
Good.
Because then it goes out to everyone. It stays anonymous.
And HR is trained... they know how to.
They know how to do that. Hopefully they know how to do that.
Yeah, or like trained to being like not commenting on people's eating or food. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Not specifically
Becky.
calling that lady out, not specifically
of course
calling
not.
you out.
Yeah,
just keeps it very broad. I don't like confrontation either.
Yeah.
My grandma, it's a funny story, but it's not funny at the same time. So she had Alzheimer's. And so when she was like first starting to like really lose her memory was right when I got back from college, like freshman year. And like I was very stereotypical, like gained the freshman, like, you know, they say 15. I gained probably 30 pounds.
Oh, and I did freshman 40.
Grandma just kept saying how much weight I gained and over and over. Like we were standing and she just kept saying it. And all of a sudden I just was like sobbing and like running out of the room. And my parents, you know, nobody knew. You don't know how to deal with someone who has Alzheimer's if it's, you know, your first loved one who has it. Yeah. So we were all just like, we don't know what to say. Like I don't want to make her feel bad, but also I'm like, Grandma, I can't talk to you. You have to leave me alone.
That's so
I
hard.
can't talk about it anymore.
God, I would have cried too.
I just remember like running. I was like, but no family emails were sent.
No family email.
We need a family HR. Family HR.
No family HR.
That could be helpful.
We really do, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be helpful.
Yeah. So I think our general advice to this listener. You've been fired from the family. Our general advice is to go with one of those options. You can either go the route of talking to her directly, but in a gentler manner, emailing HR confidentially,
Talking to the bestie,
work bestie.
going around the way. Yeah. So there are options. You have options to make this stop because you can't keep living this way.
Mm-hmm. Don't change your habits for someone else.
No.
You deserve to eat in peace.
You gotta eat. Yeah, even the explanation to us. You don't have to tell us why you eat.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell us about your schedule. Eat. Mm-hmm. Eat when you're hungry.
It's your body. You know what your body needs.
Yeah. So we hope this gets better for you.
Also, some days, maybe you want a treat.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Yeah. Most days.
That would be every day for me. Hopefully this works out for you. Send us an update on what you do decide to do. Maybe other people have already complained, and you don't know. You're in a you're in a group lawsuit.
This 40-year-old coworker Denise is saying to other people.
That's a really good
That's
point.
true.
You know?
Yeah. Because she sounds like what do they call it? Almond moms?
She does sound like a crunchy almond mom. Has 4 almonds is full.
Thank you so much for sitting with us today. And thank you so much, Sarah, for sitting with us today. Where can the folks find you?
You can find me at Peetsybon, PeeTesybon on Instagram. And hopefully I'm going to put some stuff on TikTok soon.
Ooh,
we'd love to hear it.
I can't wait.
Not yet, but soon. Yeah.
It's in the works.
That's exciting.
It's in the works of me getting out of my sleep-deprived months. But you guys, always a blast.
Yeah.
Super fun. I hope you guys had fun listening.
Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule.
Me being like,
give baby Juju.
oh my God, that was such a Miles thing. I just did a Miles thing. Did you see that?
Yeah. Too much time together.
Yeah, too much time together.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for sitting with us. Until next time, remember to be nice to yourself, be nice to others, wash your hands, pee after sex, get vaccinated, and just be healthy. Be healthy to yourself. Bye.
Bye.